an exceptional commitment to development through consistent innovation, impact, monitoring, and evaluation, and also displaying high levels of ethics and transparency by a social entrepreneurial venture.
Empowering communities with entrepreneurial skills is also a very important key to building a self-sustaining and economically viable future. Reason is that governments or corporates can come and do one-time activity and improve the place, but that will not remain maintained or improve unless until the people there themselves learn to maintain it and not just maintain it, improve it. So called the word Kaizen. It's very important that this entrepreneurial skill set is imparted, which lots of corporates are doing. And my hats off to SABERA for being a very, very lighthouse into this entire activity of recognizing the good work.
Ladakh Basket. Ladakh Basket is a community based social enterprise that uses locally grown indigenous produce to tell the distinctive stories of its people, land, and culture. Creating a brand for Ladakh and promoting local products not only supports the local economy but also preserves the unique cultural heritage of the region. By focusing on overall sustainability, Ladakh Basket is contributing towards a greener and more environmentally friendly future. Ladakh Basket's collaboration with over 100 farmers, artisans, and others is making a positive impact on the lives of families across 15 villages. It has even adopted 2 villages and has helped them become completely organic.
Can we hear it out loud for Ladakh Basket? As you can see, we've actually got work from the northernmost region of the country to the easternmost region and the west and the south. This is also a commendation to the very lean SABERA team that they're actually scouting for this work across the country. Congratulations, Ladakh Basket.
First of all, we would like to say thank you very much, SABERA, for recognizing us, because Ladakh is very new to our nation. So we have got union territory in 2019 and we have started our venture in 2019. Since then, we are working our best to empowering our local farmers so that they can sustain themselves in the villages. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Congratulations, and I am ashamed to say I haven't yet visited Ladakh. I'm hoping that I can now visit Ladakh Basket as well. We're moving on to our next winner in the social enterprise space. Let's find out who the winner is.
Buff India Receptacles Private Limited, Cigarette Waste Litter Free India, gathers and recycles cigarette butts that end up in polluting the environment with toxins and microfiber. Segregation at source with a unique cigarette waste disposal kiosk, providing a designated place for people to dispose of their cigarette butts and related waste. Buff India Receptacles collects and recycles approximately 750 kilos of cigarette waste every month. It has further managed to influence people in the proper disposal of their cigarette waste in the dedicated cigarette waste disposal kiosks.
Who would have imagined that this is an area of attention where normally cigarette smokers would just flick out the bud, and literally it is so difficult to actually collect this. So not only have they given a source of income for the rag pickers, but they have also cleared the streets of this very toxic material and created some useful resources from that. Congratulations, Buff India Receptacles Private Limited, for doing the work that you are doing. Now we're moving on to the coveted trophy of the Not-for-Profit of the Year. Let's find out who the winners are.
Not-for-Profit of the Year, displaying exceptional commitment to development through consistent innovation, impact, monitoring and evaluation, and displaying high levels of ethics and transparency by a non-profit venture.
Each of the programs that I reviewed were well conceived and executed, addressing some of the grave concerns of the society. What truly touched my heart was the passion and commitment of the teams, which was clearly reflected in the case studies which were submitted. I was also glad to see the focus on impact measurement, especially for some of the large scale projects. I express my deep gratitude and respect for all the relentless work being done by the participants of SABERA Awards. I would like to congratulate each one of you for the meaningful work you are doing for the welfare of our communities. More power to you for sustained greater good.
Can we find out who the winners are?
Age Well Foundation. Age Well Foundation's commitment is to empower older people and ensure they lead a life of dignity and respect. Age Well Foundation has provided digital literacy to over 4.5 lakh elderly people and is making a significant impact by extending a helping hand to over 7.7 million older persons, their family members, caregivers, and others. They've also provided close to 50,000 wheelchairs, besides nutrition kits and food ration packets.
Can we hear it out loud for Age Well Foundation? Another very underserved area of looking after our elderly. The Not-for-Profit of the Year below 5 CR, Age Well Foundation. All right, let's find out who the above 5 CR Not-for-Profit of the Year is.
SBI Foundation. In the past year itself, SBI Foundation has worked on over 100 projects impacting nearly 3 million lives across India. The various projects include Project Jeevanam, deploying 30 mobile medical units to enhance access to healthcare services in 140 remote rural and tribal areas across 7 states. The Foundation's Gram Sevak program has impacted 150 villages in 25 states. Under education, the Prarambhik Bhasha Shikshan Karyakram, India's first ever CSR-backed development impact bond, has successfully improved the language learning outcomes of approximately 18,000 children across over 450 government schools in Ambala, Haryana. Besides this, Project Simha, School Initiative for Mental Health Advocacy, in partnership with TIS, is catering to over 30,000 school students, teachers and counselors across the country.
All right, can we hear it out loud for SBI Foundation for doing the phenomenal work that they are doing? You know, I want to say something here. While a lot of large organizations create their own foundations and they start doing the outreach work. With SBI Foundation, they've actually zeroed in on partners who have been doing phenomenal work in the various fields, and they've impacted lives across 26 states all across the country with a CSR budget of over 300 crore each year. Congratulations, SBI, for doing the wonderful work that you're doing under the able leadership of Mr. Sanjay Prakash.
Thank you very much, SABERA Awards, for recognizing the sincere efforts of SBI Foundation. Like you just saw, we have more than 160 projects spread across India, from Ladakh to Kerala, from Bhuj to Arunachal Pradesh, every corner of the country. And we have 8 flagship programs which encompass almost every sphere of activity through which we can contribute our might towards nation building and improvement of the underprivileged people. Thank you very much, SABERA. And about the awards, I would like to say that last year also we were here. Our disability vertical had been awarded. This year I was also part of the jury, but the transparency, I can vouch for the transparency of the awards, because the section in which we were nominated, I was asked to stay out for 1 hour. So, and last year when I attended this function to receive the disability enablement section, we got the award. So the networking opportunity was leveraged by many aspiring NGOs and entrepreneurs whom we met here, and later on they could connect and join hands with us. So this is one of the very positive outcomes of the award functions. So thank you once again.
Thank you for saying this. And the reason we are true to the intent of what SABERA is, essentially because we bring together a very, very credible jury, and the whole process is extremely transparent, like Mr. Prakash mentioned. And the idea is again to bridge. Now, SBI Foundation is one of the largest CSR spenders in the country, and the idea is really to put together the non-profits who are doing good work in touch with the actual people who can enable them to do that work. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Lone, thank you so much, Sanit, thank you so much, Vikrant, for doing the honors. For the next set of awards, may I invite on stage Dipanvita and Sapna. Request you to please come up on stage. Our esteemed pre-screening council members, Dipanvita Chakrabarti and Sapna Bhavnani. And let's find out who the winners are in the Emerging Think Tank of the Year.
A startup or new business not more than 10 years old, but at least 3 years in operation. They may or may not fall under the 2% CSR mandate, but display exceptional commitment to ESG, being purpose-driven, creating benefit for all stakeholders, including employees, vendors, and suppliers, effectively reducing and managing waste amidst other attributes, being an inclusive, ethical, and transparent for-profit enterprise that sets a benchmark through its policies.
At Startup India, while it is equally important to recognize and acknowledge the support of unicorns, I believe there is also a very new category that is coming up of sociocons, as we would like to define it, which means doing good for the world, aligning your social responsibilities with the development goals of UN and recognizing them. The impact should be more not just in terms of valuation and profit, but also the good that you're doing for the environment, for the society, for the climate.
All right, so this is really the promising responsible business of the year and not the think tank. Let's find out who the winner is.
Ever Enviro Resource Management Private Limited. Ever Enviro is creating a positive impact through decarbonization and circularity. The business platforms are focused on converting municipal solid waste and agro residues into renewable energy, avoiding 4 lakh tons of carbon dioxide emissions. The waste to energy plant recovers resources from dry waste and produces clean, reliable energy that powers local government and private grids in the areas of their operations. They also collect and recycle construction and demolition materials, transforming them into bricks, blocks, tiles, pavers, concrete aggregates, and more, besides other initiatives.
Can we hear it out loud for the promising responsible business of the year? Ever Enviro Resource Management Private Limited. Who would have known, Vikrant, you are going to be doing this as well. Sabera. Congratulations. Would you like to say something?
Thank you, Sabera, for recognizing on this platform. Basically, we at Ever Enviro recycle 3 products. One is we produce biogas out of this municipal waste, what you have seen on the screen. Whatever municipal waste is there, particularly in Indore, we have 15 tons per day capacity plant. We collect all the municipal waste and we recycle and produce biogas. This is one. And also we have seen, the paddy straw waste, which is basically particularly in the northern India. We also collect that paddy waste, paddy straw, and we produce biogas out of that. And the third product is the press mud, basically comes out of sugar industry. That also we recycle and we produce biogas. Basically, we believe in circular environment, wherein we believe that waste is not waste, it's wealth. So therefore, whatever the potential is there, we collect and we recycle and try to put energy tag to that. Thank you very much for recognizing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Are you inspired or what? Waste is not waste, it's actually wealth. And it's a social enterprise. That means that it is a for-profit enterprise. And waste can also create, entrepreneurial opportunities in the industry. Congratulations. Do we have the emerging think tank now? Could we please play the AV?
Emerging Think Tank of the Year. An ethical, proactive, independent, and non-partisan, policy-based research emerging think tank catalyzing transparent and accountable governance, showing innovation, proactive work, including research and dialogue affecting policy adaptation and change.
think tanks and the emerging work that they are doing. And it is so powerful to be able to bring together stakeholders, people who have the expertise and conversation point and issues on the table. And that makes it really replicable. What is happening in one part of the country can become an example for another part of the country, and sometimes even globally to be adopted. And I think that's the power. And to see that in our country today, these conversations are really happening, and there are people who are leading the charge on getting this conversation out is very, very powerful.
Let's find out who the winner is.
Since 2017, One Future Collective has improved the knowledge and ability to take action over 2 lakh people on social justice issues. Their fellowship program is designed for young women and queer individuals and builds their capacity in social justice leadership. They have also launched research studies on the theme of gendered care work in urban India to build a strong evidence base documenting the unequal and uncompensated domestic work carried out by women and other gender minorities, to advocate for its recognition as a key issue of labor rights within the labor rights movement in India. They also continue to monitor the rise in avenues of support available to survivors of domestic violence in the aftermath of the pandemic.
Can we hear it out loud for One Future Collective, please, for doing the work that they're doing as the emerging think tank of the year? Can we have the trophy, please? All right, we're moving on to the most coveted trophy of the year, which is the Responsible Business of the Year. Let's find out who the winners are.
Responsible Business of the Year. Displaying exceptional commitment to sustainable development, engaging with all stakeholders, being an inclusive, ethical, and transparent for-profit enterprise that can be public or private.
India is a country and a society with many complex issues, many problems, but also many opportunities. It's wonderful to see the way in which an organization like SABERA has actually brought together different communities, different stakeholders, and presented the best of what is happening in this country.
Let's find out who the coveted winner is.
Maruti Suzuki India Limited. Maruti Suzuki's area of focus development are road safety, skill and community development in alignment with the national development priorities. They have used unique technology-driven niche projects on road safety with Japanese collaboration. Driven by the commitment to make Indian roads safer, they have trained over 44 lakh drivers. The company has also developed 26 villages in and around the manufacturing facilities in Haryana and Gujarat. The community development initiatives include multi-specialty hospitals, setting up of ATMs, besides upgradation of government schools, ITIs, construction of household toilets in paved streets, sewer line constructed, and constructing of bus sheds.
Can we hear it out loud for Maruti Suzuki for doing the phenomenal work and being adjudged the Responsible Business of the Year? Let me tell you, this is one of the most coveted awards, and the largest organizations of the country actually vie for it. So somebody from the audience who has been winning this trophy for the past 6 years is looking at me and saying, क्या हुआ, मुझे नहीं मिली इस बारी? भाई और लोग भी अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. Maybe there is one more trophy to be won. Let's find out.
Promising Social Leader of the Year, an individual who is under.
लगता है नहीं मिलनी आपको ट्रॉफी इस बारी.
Responsible Business of the Year, displaying exceptional commitment to providing primary healthcare services at the doorstep of 25,000 patients annually of rural and BPCL.
Finally, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited has been the winner of this trophy over the last 6 years, and that's why I was getting those eyes from the audience कि हमारी trophy कहाँ है? Considering it's a popular narrative that
a subsidy of up to 2 lakhs to dealers for installing solar plants, besides electrification of steam motors, turbines, and revamping of low-efficiency furnaces for energy reduction programs. BPCL is also aggressively expanding its CNG fueling stations. Their health initiatives include healthcare on wheels, providing primary healthcare services at the doorstep of 25,000 patients annually of rural and urban parts of the country, and supporting integrated cancer care and cure program in partnership with Indian Cancer Society.
one of the Maharatna PSUs of the country, and of course they are working with fossil fuel because that is the nature of their business. But believe you me, as much as we can talk about fossil fuel being phased out, we are not doing that anytime soon. We are driving those cars, we are taking those flights, but despite that, this particular Maharatna PSU has been consciously working towards moving towards cleaner and greener energy in all of their dealers. Congratulations, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. You must say a few words.
Thank you, Sabera, for inviting us once again for this platform. And Suparna has already mentioned that we are coming here for last 6 years. I think this is one of the platform. What I find is that which is connecting small businesses along with the large ones. And this is one platform which not only talks about CSR but also talks about ESG in toto, where it is not social but environment and governance is also being mentioned. Industries are being taken care of. They are also getting a chance to meet with the small entrepreneurs as well as the large industry, what we are doing, and then interaction between the two. I think it's a great platform, Suparna. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. I think we've been supported and we've been kind that we have participants from the largest of the large and the smallest of the small. Thank you so much.